Hey guys, what's going on? So today we are talking about dragon gems, specifically the Siphon Set. Now, I saw someone a couple days ago on the subreddit MSL game. They had a Siphon Set on like their light snowy, I think, and I was amazed at what this gem set was doing, so I decided to try it myself. I only had like a total of 4 Siphon gems or something. I have this crit rate one, this crit rate here, and an attack and a crit damage. So not optimal at all. My Fire Wild Fang only has 64% crit rate, so if she doesn't crit, she's actually wasting 2 whole gems here, the crit rate and the crit damage. There's absolutely no way to get her crit rate any higher than that though, because I don't have any other Siphon gems. I probably sold all of the 3 and 4 star Siphon gems I got earlier on. I thought, nah, I'm never gonna ever use 4-star Siphon gems, but probably it's actually worth it if you can get 2 other good ones. So like the crit rate and the attack I think are fine. I would really like a crit rate substat on the attack one, but really just gotta work with what I have. But anyway, so this is the gem set, you can see it here. The only thing I've actually tested this on is story mode and story mode normal. So basically this is for very quick farming. I'm just going to show you a battle here. We're going to start it up like this, and I think I have achieved pretty much the fastest runs I can. You can see she didn't even crit, but she still has over half of her SP bar. This first round will almost always take 2 turns anyway because no one will have their active ready. After 2 normal attacks, she has her active ready. And the cool thing about the Siphon Set is it works on both skills. So you can see she's going to do her active now and completely full again. So that means 4 turns. My units need 4 turns to clear the waves at least 95% of the time. In some weird situations, the first round could take 3 turns, but that almost never happens. And that leaves me with a clear time of around, 41 is actually the highest. It's usually somewhere between 38 to 40 seconds, which I don't actually really understand since it's always taking 4 turns. I don't see how there could be a 4 to 5 second difference. So yeah, the first round is done again, and of course she has her active ready. And then once she has her active ready, whether there's 2 enemies on the field or 4, it doesn't matter. That active is all she needs to refill her entire SP bar again. We're going to try Golem B9 as well, just to see how it works in some tougher content. See, this one is a 37-second run. So yeah, the Siphon Set is definitely awesome for running story modes very quickly. And that's another thing some of you guys were asking about, how to catch snowies, blah, blah, blah. There is no secret really, you just have to run a lot of story modes, and of course the faster you can do it, the higher your chances are, in a sense, to get all the snowies you want. Also, a quick little side note about my gems. You can see I only have 470 up here. Some of you guys were asking about that. Couple days ago, was a little bit fed up, decided, forget it, I'm going to do a bunch of 10+1 summons, I don't really care. They were all completely trash, to be honest. I didn't get a single 5-star. I got like 1 4-star per 10+1 pull, and the only actual useful Astromon I got out of those almost 5,000 Astro Gems was, I believe, this Wood Shura here, giving me the 3 Wood Shuras I would need to eventually Evo 3 my water one. So it's something not worth 5k gems. I kind of regret doing it because now I really have to take care of not spending too many on energy refills and all that. So yeah, it kind of sucks, but I decided not to post it, not to edit it, not to record it. I was just so fed up, don't want to see it again. It was a complete failure, just for those that were wondering. Regardless, we're going to try out B9. We have our team here. This is our typical team that we've always taken, but Wild Fang is quite a bit weaker now because of the gems she has equipped. Before, she had the Ruin Set, 2 attacks and a crit rate, and her crit rate was almost at 100% with Kraken lead. Maybe it was 94, 96, something like that. But now it's like maybe 80% or so with Kraken lead. Regardless, we're going to give this a try, see how it works. Maybe she can crit often on the enemies here. We're going to see what a normal... Okay, that was a crit, but as you can see, she gets almost no SP because these guys are a lot tougher. They're not normal mode minions. But I'm definitely also interested to see what her AoE, how much that will fill up, because it's looking like it will be, yeah, she will have her AoE on a full wave of enemies. So she'll get all that SP from all the enemies. So let's see how this works out here. She's gonna do it now. Kaboom! Oh yes, she got a completely full SP bar, which is pretty awesome. Maybe with 3 enemies it's enough also, I'm not too sure. Nope, 3 enemies it's not enough. So she definitely needs more attack power, probably needs to either get that crit rate higher somehow, maybe with other gems. It's still pretty good, I would say, might speed up the rounds a little bit. One of the minions is defense broken though, so maybe that would be enough. No, not quite. So it's definitely not as effective when you have harder, more defensive enemies that aren't taking as much damage. I think she still will be fine for Golem, but I'm definitely have to think twice before bringing her in like Astromon League or whatever, because of the fact I don't like crit damage gyms. It was the only one I had at the moment. But yeah, she seems to be doing pretty well. We got through the trash minions actually very quick because she was able to get off quite a few of her active skills, and the Golem is going down quite quick as well. We're on full auto. I haven't targeted the boss. I just kind of want to see if there is any sort of time difference going on there, if it will be faster. Ultimately, I did this to run story mode faster, maybe get another light Jill. I'm not too sure at the moment. I heard having multiple light Jills, I know that will probably make someone salty because they're struggling to even find one. But in B10 Golem, I heard having 2 or 3 of them in there is actually enough, and you'll have a speedy B10 round. And team, oh, well, 2.5 minutes. That's actually a bit quicker than usual. Could have just been a good round, who knows. But yeah, the Siphon Gems are freaking amazing. They are hard to get, but I guess they're hard to get for a reason, because they are very powerful. Once I get enough of the other gems and good enough ones for the Leech and Stun set, I'll also show them off. But I think this is probably the most powerful gem set there is if you want faster clear times. It doesn't really give you more damage like a Ruin set would, but in a sense it kind of does, because you can do your active more often. So if you're trying to clear multiple enemies, or if it's on a single target active like Dark Gatito for example, it does in a sense give you more damage. It cost a lot of gold to remove all of Fenrir's gems and take all the random Siphon gems I had on the other people. I gave Shelly here one of my Wildfang's triangles. I kind of missed that on Wildfang already. I gave Kraken her crit square, also missed that. And I think I gave my Jill her other triangle. Pretty good triangle there actually, 14 crit rate, 9 resist. It's okay. I saw someone with like, I think 42% resist. Also on the, yeah, I was browsing the MSL subreddit a lot today. I think someone was posting like 42% resist on one of their gyms. I'm like, what the hell? How does someone get that lucky? Do you want to see the substats on one of, I think it's a crit damage gym? Look at them and cry for me. Every single flat substat you can possibly have, I have it. That's why I only got it to +9, also because she's only going to be critting a little over half the time without a crit rate lead. But yeah, the Siphon set's there, that's why I did it. That's actually the only reason. The rest of the gyms aren't very good. This one's actually pretty good. It's 6-star, got the resist there, wish there was crit rate, and then the crit rate of course. With 6-star crit rates, I'm not looking at the substats too much, because crit rate's definitely the most important thing there, and 6-star crit rates are pretty hard to come by. Oh, I actually finally got my first 6-star intuition crit rate. After farming B8 probably 5,000-6,000 times. I have no idea how many times I've farmed B8 in the meantime, but I farmed it a lot, and I finally got my first 6-star intuition, so grats to me, I guess. I'm not too sure if I'm going for a second Jill. I actually did have a second light one, because I thought they weren't as rare as I thought they were. And I fused that into my current light one because I didn't want to farm for anymore, so I was like, forget it. So I just put that into the Evo 1 Dark one, made it Evo 2, put it in her. So that may have been a mistake, but like I said, I don't really like raising duplicate units. I like the variety. Running 3 light Jills, for example, on the B10 Golem, I mean, it might be very effective, might be fast, but there's no variety there. But yeah, that's just my opinion. But anyway, I guess that's where I'm going to wrap up the video for today. Have you completed a Siphon set yourself yet? Drop that down in the comments below. Me personally, I'm much more impressed than I thought I would be, even though they are kind of just random gems. I mean, they do kind of go well together. If her crit rate were to be higher than the crit damage gem, I wouldn't feel so badly about it, even though the subs are kind of trash. But yeah, it's not really high enough, but it is what it is. I'll leave it at that. So tell me how you feel about them in the comments below. Also make sure to drop a like if you did enjoy. I would really appreciate it. Thanks as always for watching, and until next time.